I feel like the major problem is we feel threatened because we are competing with AI.
You think that AI is consuming you, but it's not even your fault because you've been raised to understand that for the first 22, 23 years of your life, you must be seated in a classroom.
There is no non-living thing that has power over me.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Gloria. I'm back again. I hope you did miss me because I missed you and I have exciting things for you. First off, what is BNN? BNN is the Billy Now Youth Summit, and it is back again at Future Hand, Africa. It's happening on 5th to 7th August here at our Richer Hand offices in Lunguja, in Kampala. Guys, please be there. It's going to be very exciting. Everything that you'll want to hear and want to know, and everything youthful and fun and vibes, just know we've got it for you. So I'm joined here with two amazing people, and I'm just going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zitunga Donell. I am an AI advocate and trainer with OT Group. OT Group is Uganda's recognized national AI skilling institution, and we focus on three arms. We have OTIC Foundation, which deals with AI implementation and digital inclusion all over the country and all over Africa. We have an initiative of skilling 3 million Ugandans and creating 1 million AI-centric jobs by 2030. We also have the OTIC Institute of Emerging Technologies, which deals in enterprise AI products for all our businesses and partners. We have another one, which is the OTIC Technologies, which deals with AI consultancy. We have worked with a lot of major institutions such as Uganda Development Bank. We have worked with the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. And that's me.
Hi everyone, my name is Bonita Kebirungi, and I'm peer educator with Richer Hand Africa. I just finished my academy, and I'm also an economics major.
Yes, this is an amazing group of people we have here, and I am very, very excited for it because I have something amazing in store for them to talk about. So, the topic of conversation is AI. We need to go and learn how to use this AI. So, Bonita, let me actually come to you as a student, right? With all this AI coming up, there was a time when I think in school, they refused to give us coursework because our lecturers were threatened that, no, all you guys at school is just go and do what? Go and put it in AI and give us the work.
Yeah.
But as a student, how is it affecting you in school? How is it helping you or even affecting you in school? But most importantly, do you feel threatened by AI maybe taking your jobs? If that mentality is here right now, while we're still in school, what about when we get out?
Thank you very much, Gloria. So I'll first answer the question straight up. Am I threatened? I personally, no, I'm not threatened. I think it all goes back in the day when we used to learn disadvantages of capital-intensive technology. They used to tell us there will be technological unemployment. But is it the truth right now? I don't think so. I think that mentality was built from back then, and now people see it coming to life. But it's not the truth because not like in school. From the economic point of view, every time we are literally talking about efficiency. What do we mean by efficiency? Efficiency is literally being able to use the available, like the minimum available resources to achieve a maximum output. And who doesn't want that? So with AI, for example, ChatGPT, for example, when you're researching actually, instead of going in the library, first of all, you're going to walk to the library. Let's look at all the time cost.
Up those hills.
You're walking to the library, you're reaching the library, walking up the stairs,
Yeah.
you're looking for a book. Remember the shelves are all the way they want to be. You're dusting it because, of course, it has dust. All that is time gone. Yeah, you're spending 1 hour in just looking for one piece of information. And guess what? You're not going to find it in one book. So you're going to look into the other book. And They are all of very high volume, yeah? Yet, right now, I just get that question, put it in AI. It's going to give me a summary of what I need, but it's also going to cite out for me
Yeah.
the places I can get the actual information, the public information that everyone agrees with. Let it be Ministry of Finance budget, let it be Ministry of Agriculture report, let it be Bank of Uganda monetary policy report. The sites are there. So it's easy for me. I don't have to even first go, does this fall under Ministry of Agriculture? Does it fall under water? Where does it fall? ChatGPT is going to do that for me. So I feel like the major problem is we feel threatened because we are competing with AI.
Yeah.
We are competing instead of learning how to use it. So in a nutshell, I feel like AI has come to amplify because work that you could have done in 1 week with AI, you're able to achieve that in 1 day. Let it be at work, let it be at school.
Okay. So since you've said that, now I just want to go back to what we have, our topic. Is AI consuming us or are we being consumed by it? Who wants to go first?
Him.
I'll take it. AI has been made for us to consume it,
Yes.
but that does not mean that there are not people who are being consumed by AI, quote unquote, losing their jobs. And so there's an adage that says ignorance is expensive. I'm not attacking anyone, guys. Please, I refuse to give my phone number in case anyone wants to look for me. But if you look at an average American child
Yeah.
who grows up and he's raised in his, warm house, but next door is the headquarters of Google, next door is the headquarters of XAI. And just a few blocks down the street, he finds Gemini, Microsoft, whatever store he can find that relates to this space. It's inbuilt in him to want to know the things he is meeting in his everyday to day life. And so by that alone, by 16, these kids are making, I saw an Instagram post recently. There is a child, a Chinese child. I'm sure he's less than 16 years old, but he made a robot simply using Claude AI. Now, for majority of Ugandans, Claude just gives you answers that you would have put in Google.
Yeah.
But he made a robot that produced him that grew $0.8 to $400,000 while he's sitting. His work was to build the robot. Now, come back to our space, almighty Uganda. You find a Ugandan, 22, 23 years of age. He is studying a prestigious course in a prestigious university in Kampala. And the highest form of knowledge he has in technology is the mouse and the keyboard and what Excel can do basically. And because of that, he becomes prey for the AI revolution. While the American kid who is like 10 years younger is the predator. And so you think that AI is consuming you, but it's not even your fault because you've been raised to understand that for the first 22, 23 years of your life, you must be seated in a classroom doing exams and writing notes. While the American child has been raised to know that by 10, I should know how to speak certain things that can make me money. All the great people we talk about, Elon Musk had made money by that age, 12 years. So the Ugandan mindset of getting past 23 before you can think for yourself has slowed down. Every child has a mechanism in their mind to be inquisitive. But when you pass a certain age, you just start to imitate what you find around. So because we spend that imitative childhood gap, just stuck in doing homework, getting snacks when we pass weekend homework, things like that, we wake up when it's too late. And that makes majority of the African population consumed, while the rest of the world is consuming. So I think it is the systems and the leadership that should choose to wake up.
Okay, thank you so much. So, talking about the consumers and which people are actually consuming it, right? So, you've talked about the different stereotypes maybe that we'll be having. And it has taken me back to something. World Population Day is coming up, and our theme is unlocking Uganda's potential through technology and research for sustainable development. Yes, the tech is upgrading step by step all the time. And also the research bit, all these research things that we have. Microsoft, Google, everything is coming up with having a chatbot, having AI on it, right? So are people still like in the terms of consumers, what should they say about that? If there's the stereotypes of, okay, it's always young people using AI, it's always young people doing this, but at the end of the day, aren't we all consumers?
Um, Africa as a population, well, you might keep the theme of it being the young population because Africa has the largest young population in the world. Uganda, our home, has the second largest young population to Niger, with 75% being under 30 years. But even to the adults in our continent, one way or another, you're going to find AI today. It might be in your, I don't know, maybe tax calculations. It might be at that business you go to pitch and they don't have a human secretary, but you're going to have to interact with it one way or another. And many Africans fear it because they believe they did not make AI. But that doesn't put you out of the picture because AI has brought a really big positive, how I believe. I'm a lover of the Bible, and there's a scripture that says, "Let me give you my knowledge in this mystery," by Apostle Paul. Africans have the power, as well as every other continent, of intellectual property, IP, when it comes to AI, because Africa right now, if you watch the news and do research, is where every investor is looking. But that investor from Russia or from America or from China does not know the data in Africa like the African does.
Yeah.
And if we know one thing about AI is AI feeds on data. So that IP power we possess gives us the advantage to be in this space. You might come into it 30 years late, 50 years late, you still get the advantage to be in the space and still be relevant. Because what people are looking for today is, are you relevant? Can you speak a conversation that can turn heads in the room, right? And today that's AI. So if I am an adult in Africa, say I'm 60 years,
Yeah.
I have a parent, I have a father who is just past that age, but even he uses AI efficiently from my point of view. It's not like he made it or made the concept, but it's just the willingness to adapt. And young or not, 10 years or 8 years, if you don't wake up, there's a saying that goes, evolve or die.
Yeah.
So whether you give me the excuse that you're a hoary head, gray head, in your age of retirement, something is going to knock at your door, asking you to be relevant today. So my advice would be, don't fear how deep you need to go into AI, but know something that can start a conversation. You don't have to know everything today, but it's a learning process. Yeah.
And what I would say about that, well, they could as well just remain scared and give us the jobs. I mean, we are here getting out of campus. Yeah, 50-year-old, close to retirement.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too much work. Please, you can give us the jobs and we practice. We show you how we can use AI to give you the maximum output that you would like.
Bonita is here and here and here to get those jobs.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, right? You have talked about having this access to AI. You've talked about using it. And we've also all generally talked about how the world is evolving with it. We are evolving with it. So what can we do for those? What can we do for those who are not exposed to it?
Okay.
Those who don't have those, like, how can they also be in this movement with us?
Yeah. Well, I could say, first of all, it's a very important question because I think that that one is one of the greatest barriers to adoption of AI because people do not have access. Actually, even before I say what I think we could do, we have this BNN summit happening 5th to 7th August this year. I'm calling upon all the youth out there. Please come from wherever. Let it be Rwanda, let it be Congo, anywhere. Please come. Let's shape policies. Let's be the change that we'd like to see in the future that we are going into. Because this is a space we shall all be able to sit on the table and, discuss what can be done because we are the same people that are being affected. Yeah. So, to go back to the question, to use AI, you have to have access to internet. Right now, you have to at least have a smartphone, you have to at least have a computer. And I think one of the things I think that can be done, first of all, let's talk about our education. The curriculum needs to be revised. As I already said, of course, we appreciate the Ministry of Education for the work so far done, but like the world is evolving, yeah? So I'm going back to my point. Disadvantages of capital intensive technology. They always tell us it leads to technological unemployment. So our kind of education is showing us, like, it's literally making us not adopt this AI. It's making us feel like when AI comes and we actually accept these people to let us use AI, we're going to lose our jobs, which is not true. And also in the curriculum, it should also continue to the digital literacy part. Like, it should teach us how first of all, it should tell us what it is, how important is it, what will it do for us, how do we benefit, and like just to show us the benefits of literally artificial intelligence. Then also, apart from that, I could also talk about heavy investment in digital infrastructure. I come from Buhuj. We do not have internet. I literally have to like put my phone
Yeah, no,
up.
I've been to those
my
hills.
TV was-
Really,
Exactly.
there's
So we need heavy investment in infrastructure, in digital infrastructure, because on top of them learning about the digital literacy and how to use AI, the different AI tools, then now they need the infrastructure to actually learn by doing and practice what they are learning. Yeah, but also what I could also add on is how do we remain relevant with this AI coming in? I feel like, in my opinion, I'm not an AI professional, trust me. But in my opinion, I feel like we also need to, on top of learning how to actually work with this AI, because
Yeah.
we don't want AI to take our jobs. So for it not to take our jobs, we need to learn how to work with it and not compete with it. Yeah. And on top of that, I think as people, we also need to learn skills that cannot be taken away by AI to develop ourselves. Like, I'm sure there are things you can do that a machine whatsoever cannot do. So I think we should also look at investing in those human skills that no machine can take away from us.
Yes. So thank you, Bonita. I love that you have brought up BNN, the Billy Now Summit. So we are calling upon you, all the billion youth out there, wherever you are from Africa. Please come to Reach a Hand Africa and join this summit with us because you will really, really enjoy it. So, from the theme of the summit is Africa Recharged, youth power, bold voices, real change. And I now want to bring it back into our regionality, right? So, Donell, I'm going to ask you, using AI, in any way has it made you feel like it has taken a bit of who you are. Because, like you've said, our elders are thinking that it is not us who are the creators of AI. So because it's not us and we are trying to stay original, we're trying to stay African. What's the way forward?
That's a conversation to deal with AI ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. At one point, AI was Donell. I was 99.9% a consumer. Not
Don't
like how they
disagree.
she met me later. But like how they advertise on, those sanitizers kills 99% of germs. That's how AI was with me. The reason being, I realized later on that it's because of our environment. It's just how we were wired when it became a big thing. When AI became a big thing in Uganda, it came as ChatGPT
Yeah.
for the common market. That was about 2022. And so all we knew was answers for courses, answers for our combinations. And that's what I used it for, right? I didn't think I needed to sit down and
Dive deep into it.
yeah, and not even dive deep into it, but more like think for myself. I mean, it was marketed as something that can be me when I don't want to.
And that doesn't scare you.
Initially, it did,
Uh-huh.
but I thank God that I got the opportunity to actually learn because I think AI can be an evil when you are not conversant with it. The godfather of AI says so himself. So the only way to work around it is to become knowledgeable about it. Well, the other way is to avoid it, but we've established that you can't.
I was actually in this sense of AI is supposed to have everything, the answers to everything. But now, if it doesn't have like our African voices in it, it can't translate all our languages. It can't maybe tell different of African things. How is it benefiting us as Africa, as Uganda?
So you're correct. Biased data leads to biased outcomes. So the mere fact that where we are today, majority of the AI and large language models, LLMs, are based on inventors from the West, Middle East, etc., etc. And so right now, Africa has that disadvantage of culture disintegration or being ignored as a culture because it does not understand us from our point of view. If a 60-year-old who has been raised in his tradition and his ATS, maybe, and his grass-thatched house, hunting and doing all these things, AI is not going to give him his answer. It might give something, but it will not be tailored to who he is because it does not know him. And that is why I said Africa has that advantage of IP power. I think I repeated myself, of intellectual power. Because right now, yes, one of the biggest problems is that AI might not understand us to the dot as Africans. But there are implementations that have been happening in the AI space. For anyone who cares to research about it, I know of a current program going on in the north of Uganda, where OTIC Group is training over 3,000 students in AI skills, AI relevancy. Now, if these students can choose to take it a notch further, they can make the AI tools that actually understand Africans. Because you cannot tell me that a 36 white male somewhere in Massachusetts knows Africa better than me. I think that would be the best solution. That's why I said we must get knowledgeable about it. If we do not, and this I say to my African brothers and sisters, if we do not, one day you are going to wake up with no job, no relevance.
Okay, that's interesting.
So many problems.
But let's first pause for a minute and ask ourselves this question. Who has the actual power behind AI? Is it us, the consumers? Are we the ones behind it?
Yeah.
Or is it the ideologies that it gives us, the ideas that it gives us?
I have this thing where I believe that there is no non-living thing that has power over me. For as long as you're a living thing, there is nothing non-living that has power over you.
Rich.
And for example, taking AI,
Yeah.
first of all, AI literally feeds off of the data or data that you feed it. Everything it's going to tell you, for example, if it's like if it's more of interpersonal conversations you're having with it, I fall victim. I talk to my AI like emotionally. I tell it, but my friend did this, and it tells me what to do. But of course, I have to know, like, should I actually do this? But it gives me the ideas. At the end of the day, I feel like we still have the power. You're the one who inputs for it to give you the output. Yeah. So I think it will still go back to opportunity.
So let me first put you off there. You're one of those people if they ask, can I read your messages or can I read your AI history? What would you choose?
My messages, please.
You'll
My
throw out your
messages.
phone. They
Yes.
have to read your messages. You're not
Yeah.
you're not touching my chat
Yeah.
GPT. Yes, Donell, what do you think?
I did not know AI can give me comfort to that level.
But
I'm a student today.
It can't.
But allow me answer it from two directions. If we are talking about the user point of view of artificial intelligence, like she said, it can't have power over you because it feeds on what you give it. So it is as limited as your willingness to provide information.
Okay, now I'm actually very, very curious, right? Because I'm sure that I'm not the only young person giving out, me and Bonita are not the only young people giving out our information like that for comfort. How safe are we?
Um, every organization that makes its products, unless they breach it, is subjected to an ethics policy.
But these organizations are not ours.
Yeah, but
Okay, ethics policy.
it can be sued if it violates your privacy. That's why, as much as you've shared your information with it, you've never seen it around until even today you haven't. Although, of course, we have the cyber security issues and people who hack and can get all your private information, blackmail you, da da da. But at an institutional level or at an entrepreneurial level, I think we're safe for now. But my second point of view was from a political level, which many people do not know. We think AI is made, well, it is made one way to benefit us.
Yeah.
But industrial revolutions are always at a political landscape. These things are not made without an end goal in mind.
Yeah.
And they are controlled politically because their main use is political. So just keep that in the back of your mind. When you look at it from that point of view, I believe there are people owning it and running it for their benefit.
So, what technical skills and digital skills should we learn, not just for AI, but so that we can use it to build something, to govern something? But even before that, by the way, what is the real opportunity in AI?
Let me answer that question with a question
Okay.
to our viewers. If you build something and you're asking, what are you earning? My question to you is, why are you building it?
Survival.
So if it's survival, yeah, you're going to earn your living. It depends on if you know how to use it or to market it. So if you know the why, because I can build a chatbot today to help in my coursework.
Yeah.
And someone somewhere might build the exact same chatbot to help a company earn $10,000 more every month. So if you know your why and you're driven by it, I personally, I'm a born again Christian, and everything I do must direct to the end goal of my purpose in the kingdom.
Anyway, Bonita, since now we're talking about success stories and everything, right? How has AI changed the way young people think about their success, right?
Well, I would like to say, being the young person who is representing the young people who are trying to understand what AI is and what it has come to do, I I am seeing a bright future. I'm seeing a brighter future with, I feel like most Gen Zs don't want to, I should not say don't want to, but don't feel like you have to work hard. We have this thing where we say you have to work smart. Just work smart. In other words, I'm trying to say that with I feel like the future looks brighter.
Yeah.
The success is visible. The uncertainty will only come in to the youths, to the young people that are not ready to adapt.
Yeah.
The young people that are ready to compete with the technology, not to take it in, because it's here, it's a part of us, and it's not going anywhere. So for one, I think the future is brighter. Yeah, because now I don't have to do so much. I could do less with just help from somewhere.
Okay. So that is what Bonita is saying. And these are the kind of conversations that you are going to find at the BNN Summit. BNN is not asking us youth to wait for the future. It's requiring us to create the change. If we are looking for the change, let's go and get it. So, what do our Billies have to say to us before we wrap this up?
Let's continue with this conversation at the BNN between, that is 5th to 7th August. So please be there. Let's shape policies and let's make a change. Yeah. Otherwise, shout out to RAHA for this great opportunity and everyone that has been part of this journey. Thank you.
What I could wrap up with, like she said, there's no better time than the present. And that's why the first week of August we'll be here. Reach Your Hand Africa. We shall be Lunguja Avenue. And the myth of Africa is the future is wrong. Africa is now.
The future.
Africa is the present. That's why in every field you'll find, in music you'll find Beyonce has a song with an African, Chris Brown. In investors you'll find venture capital is flooding into Africa.
Yes.
China since 08. So stop asking yourself what will happen when I lose my job. Ask yourself what will happen when you bring the jobs.
So, guys, you have had it. The Billy Now Summit is back, bigger and better. It is calling upon everyone. And Africa Recharged is here to amplify youth voices, to be bold, to be intentional, young people supporting young people. So 5th to 7th August, guys, you know where to be. We are going to be at Reach a Hand Africa. Thank you. I have been your host, Gloria, and we have been joined by our Billies, Donell and Bonita. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
And
having us.
this was the BNN Tribecast. Bye. See you next time.